During the Second World War, the United States developed and deployed some of the most iconic and formidable heavy bombers in aviation history. These aircraft were not merely machines. They were the backbone of the American strategic bombing campaign, designed to deliver massive payloads deep into enemy territory while enduring heavy defensive fire. Among the most notable of these bombers were the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress, Boeing B-29 Superfortress, Consolidated B-24 Liberator, Consolidated B-32 Dominator, Boeing XB-15, and Douglas XB-19. Each of these aircraft represented a unique blend of technological innovation, operational range, payload capacity, and strategic impact. Their combined legacy is a testament to the industrial and military might of the United States during the global conflict of World War II. Before we dive into the legendary history of America's heavy bombers in World War II, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications. Your support helps this channel grow and allows me to bring you even more deep historical content. Let's take off. The Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress was arguably the most famous American heavy bomber of World War II. Developed in the 1930s, the B-17 was designed for high-altitude strategic bombing missions over Europe. It featured a robust airframe capable of sustaining heavy damage while continuing flight. The B-17 was powered by four Wright R-1820 Cyclone engines, producing 1,200 horsepower each, which allowed it to reach a maximum speed of approximately 287 miles per hour and a service ceiling of 35,600 feet. Its operational range of nearly 2,000 miles enabled deep penetration into German-occupied territory. The aircraft's defensive armament included up to 13.50 caliber M2 Browning machine guns positioned in various defensive turrets, which earned it the nickname Flying Fortress. The B-17's missions were grueling and dangerous, often involving long flights under constant threat from flak and enemy fighters. Despite these challenges, the Flying Fortress played a critical role in the daylight bombing campaigns over Germany, striking key industrial and military targets. Crews of B-17s became renowned for their courage, with many crews completing dozens of missions, contributing to the eventual weakening of the German war industry. The Boeing B-29 Superfortress represented a leap in bomber technology, combining pressurized cabins, remote-controlled gun turrets, and long-range capabilities. It was a four-engine heavy bomber powered by Wright R-3350 duplex Cyclone engines, each producing 2,200 horsepower, enabling a maximum speed of 365 miles per hour and a service ceiling of 31,850 feet. With a combat range exceeding 3,200 miles, the B-29 was capable of striking targets deep within the Japanese home islands. The Superfortress is most famously associated with the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, missions that demonstrated both the destructive power of strategic bombing and the critical role of air power in ending the war in the Pacific. Beyond these historic missions, B-29s conducted extensive conventional bombing campaigns against Japanese cities, infrastructure, and military installations, inflicting significant disruption to Japan's war effort. Its advanced technology, including pressurization and remote-controlled defensive guns, made it one of the most sophisticated bombers of the era, providing a combination of protection, precision, and operational effectiveness previously unseen. The consolidated B-24 Liberator was another mainstay of the U.S. strategic bombing fleet, distinguished by its distinctive high aspect ratio wings and twin-tail design. Powered by four Pratt & Whitney R-1830 twin Wasp engines producing 1,200 horsepower each, the B-24 could achieve a maximum speed of 290 miles per hour and a service ceiling of 28,000 feet, with a range of up to 2,100 miles with a full bomb load. Its payload capacity reached up to 8,000 pounds of bombs, making it versatile for both strategic bombing and maritime patrol missions. The B-24 was heavily used in Europe, the Mediterranean, and the Pacific, and it became the most produced American bomber of the war. Its long range made it particularly valuable in the Pacific theater, where distances between islands and targets were vast. Despite its less rugged reputation compared to the B-17, the B-24 contributed massively to the Allied air campaign, including striking German oil refineries, rail yards, and industrial complexes. The Liberator also played a key role in anti-submarine warfare over the Atlantic, significantly reducing the effectiveness of the German U-boat threat and safeguarding Allied shipping lanes. The consolidated B-32 Dominator was conceived as a backup to the B-29 and represented the last heavy bomber designed by Consolidated Aircraft during the war. Though it saw limited combat, the B-32 featured powerful Wright R-3350 engines and a maximum bomb load of 12,000 pounds. With a top speed of approximately 357 miles per hour and a service ceiling of 33,000 feet, the Dominator was intended for long-range strategic bombing missions. Its most notable operations occurred in the final months of the Pacific War, where it participated in reconnaissance and bombing missions over Japanese targets. Despite limited production, the B-32 demonstrated advanced defensive armament with remote-controlled turrets and served as a testament to the ongoing innovation in bomber design during the war. Earlier experimental heavy bombers, such as the Boeing XB-15 and Douglas XB-19, played pivotal roles in shaping the capabilities of operational heavy bombers. The XB-15, designed as a long-range bomber prototype, featured four Pratt & Whitney R-1830 engines, a maximum speed of 200 miles per hour, and an immense wingspan of 149 feet. While it never saw combat, the XB-15 provided valuable insights into large bomber design, testing the limits of payload, range, and structural integrity. The XB-19, developed by Douglas, was even larger, with a wingspan of 212 feet and a maximum takeoff weight of 144,000 pounds. It was powered by four Wright R-3350 engines and could reach a speed of 230 miles per hour. The XB-19 served primarily as a testbed for new technologies and structural designs, informing the development of subsequent bombers like the B-29. Both aircraft contributed to the United States' understanding of large-scale strategic bombing capabilities and laid the groundwork for post-war bomber design. Collectively, these bombers were instrumental in executing the strategic bombing campaigns that defined much of the Allied approach to defeating Axis powers. The B-17 and B-24 were central to the European theater, conducting daylight precision bombing missions over heavily defended German industrial centers. Their effectiveness, while costly in terms of crew losses, gradually degraded Germany's ability to sustain its war effort. In the Pacific, the B-29 enabled the U.S. to reach previously untouchable Japanese targets, fundamentally altering the course of the war. Even the experimental and limited production bombers like the B-32, XB-15, and XB-19 contributed to technological innovation, providing insights that would influence post-war strategic bomber development. The crews of these aircraft exhibited remarkable courage, often flying through intense anti-aircraft fire and facing formidable enemy fighters. Bomber missions frequently involved extreme conditions, from sub-zero temperatures at high altitudes to mechanical failures and navigation over vast oceanic expanses. Despite these challenges, U.S. heavy bomber crews completed thousands of missions, demonstrating skill, bravery, and resilience. The heroic deeds of these crews became legendary, inspiring future generations of aviators and cementing the heavy bomber as a symbol of American air power. Technologically, these bombers pushed the boundaries of aeronautical engineering. The B-17 and B-24 emphasized ruggedness and payload versatility, while the B-29 introduced advanced systems such as pressurization, remote-controlled defensive turrets, and high-performance engines that extended operational range and effectiveness. The XB-15 and XB-19 provided invaluable experimental data that influenced future designs. The B-32 incorporated lessons learned from its predecessors, blending long-range capability with heavy defensive armament. Collectively, these advancements not only contributed to the Allied victory, but also set the stage for the post-war evolution of strategic bombing, eventually leading to jet-powered and nuclear-capable bombers in the decades that followed. The legacy of U.S. heavy bombers in World War II is measured not only in tons of bombs delivered or miles flown, but also in their strategic impact. They forced the Axis powers to divert resources to air defense, disrupted supply lines, and destroyed industrial and military infrastructure on a scale previously unseen. Their presence in both the European and Pacific theaters demonstrated the strategic value of air power and underscored the importance of industrial capacity and innovation in modern warfare. The stories of the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress, Boeing B-29 Superfortress, Consolidated B-24 Liberator, Consolidated B-32 Dominator, Boeing XB-15, and Douglas XB-19 serve as enduring reminders of courage, ingenuity, and the transformative role of technology in shaping the outcome of global conflict. In conclusion, the American heavy bombers of World War II were more than machines. They were instruments of strategy, symbols of technological prowess, and witnesses to human courage. From the well-known B-17 and B-24 to the cutting-edge B-29 and the experimental XB-15 and XB-19, these aircraft collectively define the era of strategic bombing. Their missions, achievements, and innovations remain an essential chapter in the history of aviation and warfare, illustrating the immense capabilities and sacrifices that underpin the Allied victory. If you enjoyed this detailed journey into the story of America's World War II heavy bombers, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Your engagement keeps this project alive and inspires new historical videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next mission.